What product has a better use than its intended function? My cell phone works better as a way to browse Reddit than it does a phone. 20 to 25 years ago, it was common to joke about this. This phone can make pictures, play MP3, organize your day, but can you actually call someone? I've not heard this for quite a while, and I think the reason is, now, it's just true. Actually phoning someone is a minor use case for a phone today. Bluetooth speakers. I bought one once for its intended purpose of listening to music, but then when I realized how small they actually are, they pretty much became one of my favorite tools for office pranking and shenanigans. 1. Record a coworker's desk phone ringing, place the speaker behind their phone, and then start playing the ringtone over it. 2. Hide it in an inconspicuous place in an otherwise open area, then play a whispering voice. Hey, name, look over here. As people walk by, great for people who believe in ghosts. 3. If someone keeps the door closed normally, hide it as close to the door as possible, then play knocking sounds. 4. Hide it in a cubicle office and just play random, loud sound effects. Someone connected to mine and started blaring Hispanic music through it while I wasn't home. Neighbors got mad. I had to appreciate the ingenuity. I had some a-hole neighbors that gave their notice they were moving out. So they decided that they were going to play very loud music every night into the wee hours. So I am having breakfast one morning and noticed that there was a Bluetooth speaker available to connect to that wasn't mine. I walked to the other side of the app and it disappeared, went to the back of the apartment, and it reappeared. I knew my other neighbor didn't have one, so it had to be theirs. I went on Spotify and chose Barbie Girl by Aqua, connected to the speaker, and hit play. It blared out of their speakers as loud as the music they were playing until 3 a.m. was. After about a minute, it was shut off with a loud, "Who the fuck did that?" Did this every day until they moved out. Viagra was intended to help treat high blood pressure. You can also put some in a vase with some flowers and they will stay upright longer. SOUS, the National Institute of Health. It also works quite well as intended. I get a stupid, middle school giggle when I give a little 80-years-old lady her Viagra. Edit, I am RN. I don't randomly do this to little old ladies. Tube guitar amps. They were never intended to produce distortion, but a whole genre of music was born by misusing them. Reminds me a little of the Roland TB-303 synth, originally designed as a little synth to make bass backing tracks for guitarists to jam along to, but instead lead to the creation of acid house and many other electronic music genres. Sound great overdriven too. Melamine foam, aka Magic Eraser sponges and Mr. Clean Magic sponges. Melamine foam was originally used as pipe insulation and soundproofing but was later discovered to clean surfaces like magic. I just introduced friends who were worried about their security deposit to the magic of the magic eraser. It's funny the things we get excited about as grown-ups. I knew I was a fully grown-up when my friend called me all excited that she got new windows for her entire house, and I was equally excited. My married friends put a fence into their backyard and I was genuinely impressed and interested in the process and how it turned out. And after that, we chatted in the driveway about benign shit and I was perfectly content, until the thought hit me that I'm currently the age my mom was when I was born, that she had a 4-year-old son at the time, and that if I was that age standing next to her during this visit I would be so bored and impatient and fidgety. Adulthood is weird. We're just bigger baby ussies that are slowly exhausting the novelty of the world as our capabilities grow. Pipe cleaners, meant for cleaning tobacco pipes. More often used in a million craft projects. Originally, gasoline was a byproduct of making kerosene. Dunno if it counts, but byproducts don't usually have an intended use. Petroleum jelly, aka Vaseline, was a nuisance substance when drilling oil, until the workers were noticed using it on their hands to prevent cracking from the hard conditions of their job. Holy shit, the guy who discovered the usefulness of petroleum jelly went overboard. He would eat a spoonful a day to stay healthy. When he came down with pleurisy, something along the lines of having fluid in your lungs, he just coated himself in petroleum jelly. And he got better. I don't remember the exact age, but he also managed to live a longer life than the average life expectancy of the time. Crazy stuff. He'd also put on these traveling shows, where he would burn or cut himself, coated in petroleum jelly, then show people how it healed over the course of a week, or so. Edit: I'm not a doctor. Pleurisy isn't about fluid in the lungs, but rather an inflammation in a certain part of the lungs. Heavy water was a byproduct of fertilizer manufacturing. Then suddenly in WW2 everyone wanted to get their hands on it. Aluminum foil. People use it to wrap food while they can use it to make rockets, electromagnets, and hats that prevent the government from mind controlling you. Royal Dansk tins as sewing kits. It seems universal. Every person I've spoken to, every ethnicity, age, culture, they all know about it. Amazing. I'm always so excited when I actually find cookies in them. A tennis ball. Entertains animals for days, works as an amazing massage tool in physical therapy, protect your floors from chairs that scratch and more. Can throw a couple in a dryer with a comforter, and it will actually dry instead of bunching up and staying soggy. Reddit for market research. Neoprene. Apparently it was originally used as a lining for industrial waste but obviously now makes a good wetsuit, and has many other industrial uses. I use default web browsers to download Chrome. Pedialyte for hangovers. They had a booth at a big music festival I went to last month, and were giving out samples. I think their marketing department has caught on. They're really good for hydrating in general. Also fantastic if you work outside in the desert, Phoenix, Vegas, etc. I always keep fingernail clippers in my purse because I can use them to cut so many things. Little plastic tags on new clothes, zip ties, or even yarn when you want to knit on a plane and they don't let you have scissors. The Internet. I've recently discovered it can be used other than for NORP. Hitachi Magic Wand. Fun story related to this. One of my coworkers is very sweet and although mature and adult, she can be a bit innocent naive with some things. There had been a week or two in work when we were super busy. Everyone was stressed and pretty much everyone had made comments about wanting to get a massage at some point. A Monday morning came, and this girl arrives into the office with a Hitachi wand. I stared wide-eyed at her, and then she said, "I brought in my massager. We can all massage our backs now," and had this look of such pride that she had done such a lovely thing for everyone. I didn't have the heart to say anything to her, so I just smiled and said, "Thank you." As more people arrived into the office, she said it to everyone. Eventually one of the guys told her what most people use the wand for. She didn't believe us, so we spent a solid hour sharing articles with her about it. She took it all in good fun and was able to laugh with us about it. We still often tease her whenever she mentions her back being sore. Water pipes. All over the smoke shop there are signs saying that all the glass products are for tobacco use only. However, I find that they work much better for smoking marijuana over tobacco. Who knew? During Prohibition, bricks of grape juice concentrate would warn the consumer not to leave grape juice in a cupboard for 3 weeks, lest it ferment into wine. Barbie doll's legs. They served as a great scratcher for my itchy leg when I had a cast on it. The arch of her foot was perfect. The balaclava for robbing instead of a ski mask. I always confuse balaclava with baklava. Someone robbed a bank using baklava? Like WTF? Charm the teller into giving you cash? Give me the money, or you'll be finding flaky bits of crust around your workstation for the next 3 days. I have noticed the upvote downvote buttons have far more utility as "I like this, fuck you" buttons than as a rating of how relevant the content is which it was made for. I like this. Fuck you. This is more of a less known intended use, but taking antihistamine pills, the ones you get for seasonal allergies, makes mosquito bites stop itching. If you go to a doctor for itching mosquito bites, he'll usually prescribe you a gel or cream with the same or similar ingredients, but if you're a mosquito magnet like me and you get absolutely covered in them, it's much quicker, easier, and safer to just take a tiny Claritin pill. 20 minutes later and all the itching is gone. If you explicitly asked your doctor for pills instead of gel cream, he'll give it to you. Toothbrushes for cleaning bikes and cars, not the whole car, just little corners. I was a medic in the army. Tampons were part of my regular trauma kit in the field because they were perfect for quickly plugging gunshot wounds. Condoms are awesome. They are used to cover gun barrels, cook meatloaf, waterproof phone covers, ice packs, and everything in between. If you ever need a cheap, waterproof container that can be used for many different things, use a condom. If I may, their intended purpose is so far and above those uses. Those uses saves you minor annoyance, a little time, and a little money. A condom used for its intended purpose saves you 18 plus years of annoyances and possible heartbreak, and untold thousands of dollars. Listerine was used as a surgical antiseptic when it was first invented, and now it's a mouthwash. You can also spray it on gross-smelling feet to get rid of the odor. I never once used baby oil on my baby, but I use it to remove eye makeup whenever I wear eye makeup. They call it baby oil because it's made from babies. Mayonnaise. It's amazing for removing stubborn STCKY residues. Use it a lot in my job. I'm going to say kerosene as it relates to glass cutting. Kerosene is a freaking energy-dense fuel, which is why we use it to put shit in space. But damn, when you dip your glass cutting tool in it before scoring a pane, freaking magic happens. Honestly, is there a video of this? I'd love to see that. I can't imagine how it would aid cutting glass. I'm hoping someone who knows something about the physics behind this will step in and explain, or show it, better than I can, but here's my experience. If you take a steel glass cutter and run it along a pane of glass, with the right pressure, you'll leave a score, but you won't cut through the glass at all. At best, you can make a cleave point that allows you to, hopefully, crack that glass along the score. But when you add kerosene to the equation, that normally amorphous glass starts to behave like a crystal. You make the score, and the fracture is pretty much transferred through the glass in a nice and clean fashion. Hair dryers if you need your shirt dry in a hurry. Lay your shirt out on a dry towel. Roll the shirt up in the towel. Work the towel a bit with your feet. Dry shirt appears. TVs are great babysitters. Coca-Cola serves great as an engine compartment cleaner, electrode cleaner, toilet bowl cleaner, blood spot cleaner, electronic parts cleaner, and sidewalk cleaner. Douse the item in question with Coca-Cola and rinse. The results are quite impressive. Driving a vintage Jeep, it sees its fair share of mud under the bonnet. The engine compartment is often choked with mud. A water hose to take off the excess mud, then Coca-Cola dousing, 2 big bottles, then a water hose again, makes the engine compartment glow like new. I am often asked by fellow Jeep enthusiasts how I keep things so clean in the engine compartment. Water hose and Coca-Cola. Hair conditioner works best as shaving foam than some brands of shaving foam. The Daily Mail is excellent for house training puppies. What product has a better use than its intended function? Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one.